half of the first quarter gone already, Alec and Hunter show student and staff reactions to the new 8-period days.
We made a change to the 8-period day for three primary reasons. Number one, we didn't have enough space in science and some of our elective areas, so we were running short on rooms. By adding one class period to the day, it opens up 55 classrooms.
I don't mind the 8-hour schedule. It gives me, another class period to take another class and get a release. But I don't like waking up early in the morning, but it's okay.
Number two, we wanted a guaranteed intervention for all students. So if you're having difficulty in your math class or an art class or science, there's two core teachers available every hour of the day for help and support, so all students have access to that.
I think it's nice because it gives the students a chance to meet with the teachers, and teachers are more readily available for students in different periods of the day.
I think the biggest benefit about the 8-hour periods is the intervention program, which allows students to go and get help any period of the day, which is, again, obviously everybody's lives get busier and busier, and everybody's schedules outside of school get busier and busier. So it's a great opportunity for kids to use their time during the day to get some help from their course area teachers.
I think the 8-hour schedules are an okay thing. I only have 7 periods, so it doesn't really bother me that much.
The third reason was to open up more elective opportunities for students. We have a lot of great opportunities elective-wise, and students weren't able to get those in their schedule before, so this kind of allows time for that.
At first I was a little skeptical in the 8-period days because you'd think they'd be longer, but they actually kind of fly by quicker and it just flows easier throughout the day since it's 5 minutes shorter.
As far as how it's going, it's really hard to tell from our school perspective. It has put a little more of a workload on our teaching staff, and they're doing a great job with it, but they may have some different perspectives as to how it's going, if it's going well for them or not.
This has been Alec Larson
and Hunter Heiselman
reporting for the Tiger Highline.
Students and staff react to the recent heat wave in this series of clips by David.
Cool, man. How you feeling about this heat lately?
Oh, it sucks, man.
Yeah, but are you liking the short days though?
Oh, loving them.
Doing anything with your free time now?
Oh yeah, golfing.
Find any ways to stay cool?
Oh yeah, drink lots of water. Stay hydrated.
What do you think about these short school days and stuff? Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? What do you think?
I mean, I kind of like it, but it kind of just messes up with my schedule and everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's cool that we get out early, but my schedule's really messed up and all the classes are messed up, so I really don't.
How do you feel about the heat?
It's hot.
You liking the half days at all?
No. Can't get anything done.
Really?
Kids don't want to do anything.
Don't have anything for your free time? You don't like it at all? You find any nice ways to stay cool?
Stay inside.
Yeah.
In the air conditioning.
All right, well, thanks. Are you liking all the free time off, though, all the half days?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do anything with your free time now?
Not really. Swimming, kind of.
So besides swimming, find any other ways to stay cool?
Yeah, pretty much. Staying indoors if you can.
Yeah. Do you like all the half days?
For sure.
What do you do with your free time, man?
Go home and sleep for sure.
Oh, yeah. Are you liking this heat?
I am.
You're liking it?
Yes, I like being sweaty.
That's
too hot.
It's too hot, yeah, for sure. Find any nice ways to stay cool?
Air conditioning.
So, what do you think about all this heat lately?
Oh, it's bearable, but no air conditioning, that kind of sucks, but the rooms with air conditioning, you can get through it.
For sure.
It's not bad.
For sure. Liking the half days of school?
Oh, yeah, it's...
A lot of free time?
Oh, yeah, I could definitely do the whole day, but... I'm glad I don't have to.
So, how you feeling about this heat lately?
I tell you, it's killing me.
Yeah.
Allstate is closer than one may think. Carson and Noah show us how choir is preparing.
A select group of choir students at Cedar Falls High School have been hard at work preparing for Allstate choir auditions. We asked Mr. Kranz, the choir director, more about the audition process.
If students were selected to be part of the All-State Choir last year, they automatically get to audition again this year. We had 6 kids from Cedar Falls that were returning All-Staters, so they didn't have to do anything but get the music and start learning the music. If you did not make All-State last year, you then had to audition to audition. IHSMA states that you can only have 7 sopranos, 7 altos, 7 tenors, 7 basses We had 12 basses this year that wanted to audition, so we had to narrow that down to 7.
1, 2, and up!
Long live the King! God save the King! May the King live!
Practicing for 3 to 8 hours a week on their own time, quartets will audition on October 26th in Hampton Dumont High School.
They picked the music over the summer, released the music at the end of July, and the kids have to learn all of the songs by October. This year it's October 26th, and they go in and they audition as quartets. So one on a part, and they audition for a judge, and then they're selected based on their 7-minute audition.
We're going to go on this time regardless. That's one thing you can work on when you all work on practice.
Those who make the cut in October will perform in Ames on November 23rd. Buy your tickets before they sell out. This has been Noah Miller and Carson Morrissey with Broadcast Journalism. Thank you for listening.
The Cedar Valley has seen a sudden surge of Asian cuisine options. Jamie, Megan, and Olivia explore the options.
There has been many Asian restaurants becoming a part of the Cedar Valley. We chose 3 to investigate and find out more about them. First, we went to Viet Noodles. It has many choices and good prices. They are fairly new, so you should check them out for a good taste of Vietnamese cuisine.
We ordered spring rolls and stir fry with tofu. They had lots of meat, soups, and options to customize your dish.
We've been open for 2.5 months, and most people come here for our best traditional pho beef soup. Congregation follow here.
Next, we went to Honey Garden. That also includes a grocery store and also a new store in College Square Mall.
On LaPorte Road in Waterloo, next to Cadillac Lanes, is Honey Garden. Honey Garden has various types of international foods and also has a store in the restaurant. We ordered mango lassi, butter paneer, and naan.
Honey Garden has been open nearly 3 years. I usually like spicy food, so we have lots of choices. We have Greek food, we have Indian foods, we have lots of varieties. You can get all the breakfast in here. Lots of choices.
Last, we went to IPA. It has incredibly cheap prices and is open until 2 a.m. Check it out.
On College Hill next to Mohair Pear in the same building as Ginger's is IPA. We ordered egg custard and sweet and sour chicken with rice and beef stew and cranberry.
So, how long has IPA been open?
2 years already.
Okay. And what do you recommend on the menu?
The spicy sauce.
Okay.
Other Asian cuisine in the Cedar Valley includes Ginger Thai and Soho, which are both on Main Street.
This has been Olivia, Megan, and Jamie reporting for the Tiger Highline Online.
The marching band is hard at work. Amber and Kelsey introduced us to their snazzy new uniforms.
The Cedar Falls High School Marching Band just purchased new uniforms this year. The band got to show off their new uniforms at the first home football game. Here we are with Mr. Engelhardt, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the uniforms.
Okay, so we decided to get new uniforms. We started about 1.5 years ago because the
old uniforms were going to be 19 years old this fall. And so we started the process working with Stanberry and DeMolin uniform companies. DeMolin made our previous uniform, Stanberry's a little newer, and went through probably 5 or 6 different revisions and sketches and talked about different options with prices. And over the course of a year and a half, finally got to something that we thought would look really good, kind of a new, updated look, but still classic and more comfortable for the students. We decided on a lightweight uniform. We had to order 190 uniforms to fit the band because we need about 30% more than what you need so that the sizes are consistent from year to year. And so we updated the hat, the plume, and then the uniform is now a lightweight coat that's washable and breathable. It's no longer the heavy wool uniforms from 20 years ago that were popular back then. So one of the things that we had to do to help pay for the uniforms was the final cost came in around $42,000 for the 190 uniforms. We're keeping the old pants because we've replaced those throughout the years. So they're not actually as old as everything else. But the school was kind enough to loan us the money to start with. We got a 3-year no-interest loan from the school, and the boosters contributed $20,000 towards that $42,000. After that, we started a fund drive, doing a fundraising campaign, and we're asking local businesses, parents, friends, family, alumni to contribute. And since we started that last May, in about 3 months, we've raised another $12,000. So we have $10,000 left to go on our original $42,000 investment. So it's pretty cool. The community's really behind it, really enjoys the new look, and they're supporting us very well.
You can come support the Tiger Marching Band on Friday nights at the CFHS home football games. This has been Amber, Schaub, and Kelsey Hansen reporting for the Cedar Falls Tiger Highline Online.
Check out these first podcasts from broadcast students. Be sure to explore future episodes on their channels. You can find the links to their channels at www.highline.cfschools.org.
So I have a scar on my right ankle, and I got it when I was probably 5 or 6 years old. So this was back in the late 1960s. I was riding on the back of my older brother's bicycle, and it was one of those bicycles that have kind of like the metal luggage rack in the back. It's not really built to be a seat. I don't know why bikes have that. It's not like people ride around with luggage either, but that was the luggage that day. And so he had me sit behind him while we were pedaling across a big church parking lot. There weren't any places for my feet. You just kind of put your feet on the little screws or plastic things that come out. So I had my feet on there, and I remember this was a big parking lot, and lots of big parking lots then and even today have speed bumps in them. So we went over a speed bump, and I kind of, it was fine. I knew it was coming up, but it bumped me up like that, and I came down, and my foot came off the little hubs of the back wheel, and my right foot got caught between the spokes and one of the down struts from the luggage rack I was sitting on, and it got caught in there. And so my brother was still pedaling, and meanwhile my heel was stuck in that and grinding away. So it pulled off my shoe, it pulled off my sock. It was terrible. I mean, after a few seconds, and maybe the pain didn't register all the way from my heel to my head, I just started screaming out, in excruciating pain. I think I was like screaming, "Stop, stop!" And my right heel was a complete, bloody mess. I don't know how many layers of skin it took down. I mean, I was pretty young. So this is the scar. It goes from here to here. It's about that long, and that all red stuff just took forever to heal because so much it's just the bone right underneath that. So much got ground down right to the bone. It was really terrible. After that, for the next at least 2 years, I had to wear these little kind of wool stick-on inserts inside of my boots. Actually, I couldn't even wear like regular shoes because they cut off right, at that part where, this long scar on my heel was. So I had to wear like these, fortunately they were fashionable at the time, but these kind of little desert boots, or chukka boots, we called them. And so that's what I'd wear. I finally got over that, and there was enough skin that grew back and built up that I could wear regular shoes again. But it was really excruciating, and it was incredibly painful. So it was a scar, that's impact lasted for like at least a couple years as a kid. It was really difficult to walk after that.
Today's topic is going to be archery. This is my bow. It's a Diamond Razor's Edge by Bowtech. So how about we go out to the garage and I'll show you how it works. First I'll show you the different parts of the bow. This middle part is called the riser. There are two limbs, top limb, bottom limb, the sight, and finally your arrow rest. So the bow's power comes from these two limbs. The power is measured in pounds, which can be adjusted. Which means when I'm pulling the bow back, I'm pulling 60 pounds of force. But because of these two cams, once I pull the string all the way back, it's set at about a 20-pound hold, so I can hold the bow for longer periods of time without getting tired. This here is called a whisper biscuit. It is a form of an arrow rest. So now that you're familiar with the basic parts of the compound bow, I'll show you how to set an arrow. You put the arrow into the whisper biscuit and then clip it into the nock. And you always put the colored feather up as to not have the arrow misfire when you shoot. Let's talk about how to aim. This is your sight, and then this is your peep. So when you draw your bow, you look directly through the peep sight and then you line it up with the correct sight pin. These particular pins are set at 15, 25, and 35 yards. Now that we know how to sight the bow, aim the bow, and where to put the arrow, let's talk about the release. So the most common release method is the mechanical release, and it's basically just like pulling a trigger. Well, let me show you how to put it on. It just wraps around your wrist like this and you clip it in like a belt. You pull it as tight as you possibly can as to not have any room between your wrist and the belt. Flip it into one of the holes and you're ready to go. You can see it just sits there, and when you pull the bow back, you'll clip the hook onto the string, close this, and when you pull it back, you just flip the trigger, which releases the string, sending the arrow wherever you aim. There are a couple different types of arrows. This particular arrow is made of carbon, and it is very fast and very light. And here you have your field tip and your fletchings, and this is your nock. Field tips are for target practice. Carbon arrows like this usually run about $7 to $10. So now I'm going to show you how to properly and safely shoot a compound bow. There are three very important things that you need to remember: your stance, your hand position, and your follow through. First I'm going to show you the correct stance for shooting a bow. So you start with your feet like this, and then you separate them to just about shoulder width apart. And you have to make sure your back foot is a little bit farther ahead than your front foot. So once you've achieved this stance, you'll find that you're perpendicular with your intended target. So let's talk about the grip. This right here is your lifeline. This is where you want to align your lifeline to the grip on the bow. But remember, you gotta make sure your grip isn't too tight, so keep a loose grip or I may torque the bow and throw off your shot. When you draw your bow, you want to keep it consistent every time you shoot. So find two anchor points. First one, you put your string up to your nose at the same spot, and put your thumb somewhere in the back of your neck, and you should put it at the same spot every time to keep it consistent. So once you've released your arrow, you want to hold the bow up until your arrow hits the target. This is very essential because if you drop your bow once you fired your arrow, it could cause your arrow to miss the target. So now let's shoot an arrow. Go through all the steps, make sure your feet are correct, draw it back, look through your peep sight, hit your target. Let's walk up and check out how I did. As you can see, it's a perfect shot. Yeah. There are a lot of really cool accessories you can buy to make your bow more precise and deadly. For example, these vibration suppressors. Here's an example that I've already installed. Basically what this does is it captures the vibration from the string, making the bow fire a lot quieter. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about how to shoot a bow today. So go out there and give it a try.
My name is Kelsey Hansen, and welcome to episode 1 of Athletic Nutrition. Today, we will be making spaghetti. Spaghetti is a great meal to eat the day before a game because of the carbohydrates it contains. The carbs give you lots of energy to make you perform well. But first things first.
The first thing you will do is fill the pot with water and heat it until it boils. Next, you will take the raw meat and put it in the pan and cook the meat until it's brown. Once the meat is cooked and the water is boiling, put the noodles into the boiling water. While the noodles are boiling, pour the marinara sauce over the meat and stir them together while it's on low heat. After the noodles are cooked, pour the water and the noodles into a strainer to get rid of the water. Next, scoop the noodles onto a plate and pour the meat sauce over the noodles. Lastly, add some Parmesan cheese and you will be good to go. Thanks for watching episode 1 of Athletic Nutrition. Don't forget to carb up before your next performance.
Hello everybody, it's Chiyaka Ogbondah, aka... And this is episode 2 of Exceptionally Skilled with Chiyaka Ogbondah. Now last episode I taught you guys a thing or two about soccer. This episode, I'm going to teach you guys a thing or two about hunting. Now, if you didn't know, Zulu warriors are extremely prolific hunters. That's why I got the nickname, the Zulu Warrior, because I'm a killer. I'm a master in all forms of hunting. Arctic hunting, woodland hunting, jungle hunting. But for this episode, I'm gonna teach you guys a thing or two about virtual hunting, GTA style. Grand Theft Auto. You can hunt in Grand Theft Auto, but let me warn you, it's extremely difficult and you need the right equipment and the right skills to be able to be good at it. And that's what I'm gonna help you guys do today. I'm gonna help you guys be good at hunting in Grand Theft Auto 5. Let's go. After the computer game's all loaded up, you'll need to select your character. I'm picking Franklin for my own personal reasons. And after you've selected your character, you need to in some way, shape, or form get yourself to the ammunition store to buy the gear that you'll need to go hunting. It's best to use the GPS to map the ammunition store through the game. You're gonna need to select your hunting outfit. After you've bought your hunting outfit, it's time to buy your sniper rifle. Once you bought both your hunting outfit and your gun, it's time to head out to the hills to go hunting for animals. It may take a while for you to find some animals, so it's best to listen to some music. Sweet Absol featuring Kendrick Lamar. Look at our luck, we got a pack of deer. Let's go. Can you say Instagram?
Nico.
And today, on this episode of Ambercast, Nico's going to teach us how to longboard.
So for beginners, the first thing that we want to work on is foot placement. If you're right-handed, your left foot is usually going to go towards the front of the board, so you can push with your right foot. And if you're left-handed, it's just the other way around. For beginners, really the best thing you can do is practice for however long it takes to get comfortable in your board. Then you can start going faster and just doing bigger hills.
Here's a beginner giving it a try. Now remember, if longboarding's not what you want to do with your life,
You'll never know until you try it.
Hello, and welcome back to the second episode of the World Record Blaking. I'm your host, Blake Halstead. So, the record we're going to break today, the most one-handed claps in 10 seconds. The current record today is held by Gonzalo Garcia with 77 claps in 10 seconds. Okay, so, we need to go over the rules. The only rule is that each clap must be clearly audible. Ready, set, go. Whew. Wow, so surprisingly, that actually took a lot out of me. I'm actually winded right now. So, thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for some more episodes.